Ani Minok. Oh, Ani Minokishap, everyone. It's nice to be back at SCA for me. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday. So, who do I have on today? Who is my tired guy today? Who is, I don't, I, it's too just generic for me to guess who you are.
That would be
Tablet,
Anthony.
music. Oh, Anthony. Okay. When I see tired guy, I think of the Fly Guy. Do you guys remember those books?
Yes.
Question mark today and Uno and blank screen. Yeah, I just the only ones I can go.
The question marks are Jasmine.
Okay, Miigwech. And then is Uno blank?
No, they're not.
JC?
Oh, wait, then yeah, that's probably JC. I didn't
Okay.
see the one.
JC is not in here yet this morning.
Oh, all right then. Ooh.
Your candidates for these people are Anthony, Keldon, Nijik, Levi, Meredith, and Jasmine. And
All
Mr.
right,
and
so
Mr.
I'm gonna
Sanders over
go.
my shoulder.
So Mr. I gave it away for Anthony. He is tired guy. I get that. You got a new baby brother and everything. I'd be tired at times too. And then blank screen, is that Levi?
No, I'm question marks.
Oh, your question mark. Okay.
But who is the Mysterians?
That is Levi. And who is so now I have Jasmine is
That means that's Meredith.
Meredith is blank. All right. Well, we are in the very first part of our culture class. So if you guys wanted to put on your cameras for 5 minutes, I will turn my timer on for that. One moment. Gotta cancel that. Okay, I got the 5 minutes up. So I am going to go into shared screen and go to my PowerPoint. So one moment. And I have a couple screens to share. All right, getting into that. All right, so we are in Manadu Gizis. That is the spirit moon. That is also known as January. Manadu Gizis. Say that with me. Manadu Gizis. Manadu Gizis. We're talking about the spirit moon there. Manadu Gizis. And getting into with it being a new year for us as Mino Abita Baboon. Mino Abita Baboon. And if we just took off that Mino and said Abita Baboon, we're just talking about it's midwinter, it's a new year. But adding that Mino part, it's good to smile and just say Happy New Year. All right, just like if we wanted to say like happy middle of the week or happy middle of the day, we could say Mino Abita Gishka. Mino Abita Gishkon. So, all right, getting into our year. It is Nijo Shagon Shanistana Shabajik. Nijo Shagon Shanistana Shabajik. Say that with me, you guys. Nijo Shagon Shanistana Shabajik. Nijo Shagon Shanistana Shabajik. That's 2021. So we could say Manado Gizes Nistana Shabajik. No, Nistana Shanish. Nijo Shagon Shanistana Shabajik. What we just said is it's January 22nd, 2021. All right. Getting into our Gijagadon, days of the week. We have our Wasnago, day before yesterday. Jinago, yesterday. Nongon, which is today. And Wabong, which is tomorrow. And Waswabong, day after tomorrow. And we're focusing on that Jinago, Nongo, and Wabong, that past, present, and future. So going with it being the present, the today. Nongon Gishigat would be Nanan Gishigat, Friday, the 5th day of the week. Then Jinago would be Niwan Gishigat. It was Thursday yesterday. Then Niswe Gishigat. It was Wednesday, the day before Thursday. Then going back into our future, or going forward, saying Wabong. Mingadwaswe Gishigat, the 6th day of the week. Tomorrow will be Saturday. And then after that, we have Waswabong Gishigat, which is Adame Gishigat, Sunday. You know, some could say that she's Waswabong Gishigat, the 7th day of the week, but we say with that prayer day. All right. So on Tuesday, we learned about that word, gagigado, gagigado, gagigado. Here he speaks, and we kind of, I associated that with Martin Luther King Jr., gagigado. Instead of using the word Ogama for leader, because he is a great leader, but he did a lot more than lead. He spoke so much kindness and so much awareness for the civil rights movement. So another thing that I added in there was kindness yesterday, that Jawa Jagewin, Jawa, Jawin Jagewin, Jawin Jagewin. Let's say that word a couple times, because the first time I said it, I really rushed it together. We have Jawin Jagewin, Jawin Jagewin, Jawin Jagewin, which is kindness. A good way to be Gagigado, Jawin Jagewin. You know, speak with kindness. You could even say Gagigado, Jawin Jagewin Ode. You know, speak with kindness from your heart. All right, and then I also decided to add a new word in for us to reference, and that's Goa Koa Dazuin. Goa Koa Dazuin, which is honesty. When we have that Gagido, we're speaking, we should speak with honesty. So have that kindness and honesty. And I really started to think, I was like, oh, you know, we could even just do the 7 grandfather teachings, talking about love, honesty, bravery, wisdom, truth, and all that. With Gagi Gado, and but I thought, well, I'll just add this one in here too, because I liked how kindness and honesty fit. But I'm going to go with this theme for the rest of January, so we'll just be adding more words in to build your guys's Mishnah Bemo and word bank, and also just to hear it, to see it. If you would like to turn off your cameras right now, you may do so. That's perfectly fine. It's been 5 minutes. So we have Gagi Gadol, Shir he speaks, Gagi Gadol, Shir he speaks. Let's say that with me 2 more times. Gagi Gadol, Gagi Gadol, Shir he speaks. Then we have our new word for the day, which is honesty. Gawea Kawadazawin, Gawea Kawadazawin. Gawe, ya, Kawad is a win. Let's try that once together. We have Gawe, ya, Kawad is a win. So we have that G, the wa, ya, Kawad is a win. Gawe, ya, Kawad is a win. Honesty. And then the word that I introduced yesterday, Jawin Shigewin, Jawin Shigewin, kindness. Right, moving along. So still a few keywords to think about for the month of Manadu Gises, that the Bajamoan. Say that word with me too. The Bajamoan, you know, it's a story. Or that Adazot Khan. Adazot Khan. Say that one with me as well. Adazot Khan, a sacred story, a legend. And then last one, the Bajamo. The Bajamo. Say that word with me. The Bajamo. To tell a story. You know, we have many people who do storytellings in their own community. They also travel to share as well. All right. So I was talking about on Thursday, we have some more storytelling coming up. Last Friday, we had Isaac Murdoch visit our community virtually through what was that? Through Zeebowing, and they gave up they donated books and all that, and you know, some people in the community, remember, they only had 40 to give away, so some got some didn't. But I hope you caught that event. If you did, if you didn't, there's another storytelling event today, and it's at 4 to 7 p.m. today. Now if you look right above Friday, January 22nd, 2021, from 4 to 7, there's that Zoom link. So if you guys want to copy that down, that's http little colons and backspace zoom.us /j/. But I'm going to read the numbers for you now. 7616-255-481 PWD =B capitalize VVVGU M capital FGVJ then capitalize JG lowercase d capitalize G lowercase h capitalize lowercase k, capitalized FJSGVMN, then lowercase ZD3DZ09. Now, if you want to look at that for a moment, I am going to talk about the three speakers tonight because I think it's important to talk about their accomplishments and stuff too as well. So I will keep that up there for a little bit. So if you want to look at that Zoom code and write it down, you can also find this flyer on the Saginaw Chippewa Indian Tribal website as well. It is listed there. But one of the speakers, he's not a stranger from our community, Dr. Michael McGeezy Sullivan. He's emceed at our annual round dance. He's came here throughout this time of year around January to do storytelling. But he's an Anishinaabe, and he's from the LCO reservation over in northern Wisconsin. And he serves as a resident linguist from the, there's an immersion school over there, Ojibwe Language Immersion School. And so he works with the language. For him, he is a doctor. He got his doctorate at Duluth, Minnesota University, I think. And also some of the things about him, he enjoys traveling with his children, singing at powwows and round dances and ceremonies. So it's pretty awesome. And then Barb Nolan, she is from Garden River, Ontario. She's an Ojibwe language specialist, and she's a great storyteller. Then we have Dylan Jennings. He is a member of the Martin clan. He served 2 terms on tribal council for the Bad River tribe. He graduated from the University of Wisconsin-Madison with a degree in anthropology, archaeology, environmental studies, and American Indian studies, and is completing his master's degree. He's a resident at the Oldana, which is in Wisconsin, works at the Director of Public Information for the Great Lakes Indian Fish and Wildlife Commission. He's a presenter of the topics range from traditional substances, sovereignty, tribal environment, culture, immersion, Ojibwe-Moan, and tribal historical preservation, and also food sovereignty, and Ojibwe curriculum, and culture identity. So along with that word you heard, Ojibwe-Moan. Some people refer to Ojibwe-Moan as Anishinaabe-Moan. It's interchangeable because as when we say Ojibwe and Anishinaabe, they're the same meaning. But instead of saying Anishinaabe-Moan, speak Ojibwe, they take that and replace it with Ojibwe-Moan, speak Ojibwe, which is the same thing. So what we're going to be hearing today is we're going to actually hear how Makwa lost his tail, and it's going to come from Barb Nolan. And I was thinking about how do I want to share one of their stories with you guys, because for Barbara Nolan and also for Mike Sullivan, when they do their stories, they'll do it all in the language. So they're fluent speakers. So it's really, you'll be in quite for a show tonight if you are able to catch this from 4 to 7 on Zoom, because their first half will be all in the language. So for Barbara, with her video we're going to watch, there are subtitles in Jaganash-Molan, which is English. So I'm going to go to that, and I'm gonna before I exit out of this and share screen from YouTube, I wanted to say that the story we're going to listen to is how the bear lost its tail. Now on the left you see that purple makwa with the gigon. So it's gonna we're gonna hear a little story about that makwa being so he's so hungry, he wants to just weasel in all the gigon, and we're gonna hear about how he came to lose his tail. Now the picture on the right, I think I'm going to use this image for February for Makwa Gizis, that bare moon, because if you kind of see, you see floral work, but at the same time where my cursor's at, you see that silhouette of the bear, and then even the leaf for the nose, and then the flower for the eye and the eyebrow, and then a stem for an ear, and then you have a vine right here kind of silhouetting the moon. And then I thought, oh, that's so beautiful. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. I'm going to stop screen sharing this one real quick, and I am going to go to my YouTube page. Okay. It's really not my YouTube page, it's the web's YouTube page. So, oh, you know what? I gotta stop it again because I didn't hit sound on that. So my apologies. Mr. I, did you see that there was something in the chat?
Yes, in fact, that person was me.
Oh,
If
all
you
right.
have the opportunity later on to copy and paste from that PDF or the document you had there, that Zoom link, I can post that in the Google Classroom later today so that they could just come to the Google Classroom and click the Zoom link there.
Oh, awesome. Miigwech.
Just send it to my
All
email at some point today.
I will do that. I'll do that while I'm here. So I'm going to share how the bear lost its tail. Now remember, this is an Anishinaabe, but it's really descriptive and it's fun to hear stories like that. Even you're like, I'm not fluent, so I'm not going to understand. Really listen to that Anishinaabe and then follow along with the subtitles. And then I'll kind of give you an idea of what to expect tonight when Mike Sullivan and Barbara are sharing their stories. All right, going to push play.
Ani, nasa nung binoni tabach ma, mapa makwa. Mapa kwa apjakogi ganwanwe. Ignone inobigde newe zonak, mapa makwa. Mon Peters kom mapa me kwem tillbaka i baja, i pamse ode. I baja ode apjakogi chinena nwe zonak. Apjagna panenabet. O gnadren zona. Nin monje gnadrit mon piwesi kenangwache. Keta samaba. Mi maba enenda. Apjago gitchinenda with the zona. Mi da shungoting utnik ya jigbig maba gitnesha. Gipaya. Gipamse o de jigbig. Mon pini king. Mi da shote gib me wabmat. No, det är inte squad. Walkshe. Ma bet de schwagos ab, chugni ben na ma be gi goin gi on. Shesa. Mi tek ma ba, o te gan jim de mochiget. Mompi. Mi ma ba gi at. Ma ba wagos. Mi sa ma ba ma po enat nen wakshen. Oh, sa gedin bakdekede. Tog geni beshek den annen. Ani shes chicken, we gi go ken den an. Geni beshek ndagi rakdessa. Misma ba wago shenatnen. Da kdessa. Getchina kinine. Gi gon kea. Mon pige gi dagi o ken goche. Kdessa. Nishke, manda dish zipe, bish, eshka manda kapatin, ashna ksenamgat nakshik, eshkam gokchik ksenamgat, migoshgo uibabon, manda dish kapatin, misamaba, wagosh enat nandat, mampi kad matap, mampi, mi jenen madbin kedamaba. Attan den ikema tipto dan neno de wiokenat nendo gigon mi shai skapat tot matag man pigat matap matapin man pi den han neno nan makwan man pige gid matbin kagigon ke den ansa kabin den nano de so nak coming kababa be together. Midas week sit ma winnig zona kamoston keda maba. Mi goche mostoin ki gode betaji kanwe kzonak keda maba. Den annan den da mi smaba makwa o de gishat. Mon pidas mi ode on mi shegin jetabi nan with the zonak maba. Mon pi mi ode on jetabi nan with the zonak maba ko. Maba dash I wint monne. Kababa bi chige. kabavitun tenansa. Bekaujen madbet. Mistri mavgini kiet. Och det mig vem tillbaka går jigine sha. Taha mabate shen madbe. Oh, begeshna hi hon nenda maba. Ap jugu gi huin we moan. Taha ap jishego ksenamagat. 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 Madbe te shemaba. Ka uego mustu sin. Ka em shigego mustu sin. Taha misawe. Misa maba makwa igin bat. In ba maba makwa. Kchin ba sa shre. Taha yebe da kakadam gom. E pishin madbet. Misa manda kapating. Mi ote eshka mi ni kapating we ote son gom. Misa maba imush tutwe. Taha gi gu nendam gi gu. Misa gik choy ke bet. Ay gusonak. Taha. Mampi tene ote. Jo kedamava makko. Jo sandagi chide. O nindana. Miwe. Kaya begego. Sonak dansi. Kaya begego. I pushka ni shre ma begi oket. Kaya begego kche sonak dansi. Mi to snango snag set maba. Maba sa. Maba mko. Kaya begano. Kaya begano no bigtes ne we zonak. Nishke. Minango maba enjit konvet. Maba makwa. Me we kaya be. Kaya be zonak dansin. I pushka ne we yigunket. Maba te shwogosh. Mi maba den gawesh mat. Mi maba gajic getwe. Win gigi pas mannen. O jichkene tu yigunket gien. I maba gajic I batse maba o shenjish. Mi gen godin gajet keba. Mumpi. We seeking. Aha, mi witch.
All right. So what did you guys think of hearing that story? You heard something with subtitles. Before you answer that, how many of you guys have watched a movie with English subtitles in another language?
I did.
Oh, awesome. Levi, that's cool. Has anyone else? So I'm happy that you guys got to see that one then. What did you guys think about that? Let's do popcorn and I'll ask. Well, we have enough time. I think we got 4 minutes before culture class is over. Instead of popcorning it and calling on everybody, if you would like to share your thoughts about hearing that just all in Anishinaabe and having the subtitles, what are your thoughts on that? Anybody has one? Okay, that's another way to really immerse and learn the Anishinaabe one as well, because like I'm sure for some of you, you're like, oh, I know Wisanen, or that ZB, like hearing about the river and the lake and Makwa and the fonts for the fox and stuff. Like you pick up words over time and you start to form them into sentences, and then you kind of track and follow. So tonight, if you are able to catch that Zoom link from 4 to 7, you're going to hear from Mike Sullivan and Barbara with stories in the language. As well with that, I picked up one of these books. It's called Anja Bimatazing, and it's the Nishimi Yannick. And this is a book written by Mike Sullivan. And it's a cute, more of your, it is for a younger girl, but at the same time, if you look, it's all in the language. It's all in Anishinaabe Malin. So it's kind of thinking maybe we can take a paragraph and we can translate this when we come back. Now another book. So for Mike Sullivan, Dr. Mike Sullivan, that I was he's going to be one of your speakers tonight. He's also an author, and I wanted to share that with you guys. And then last week when I talked about was it the Big Dipper? And I shared that story with you. We talked about Isaac Murdoch, and he was our storyteller that was on the Zebelween page Zoom, and he's also an author as well. And then I don't know if you guys remember about 2 years ago, if you guys remember Joanne. Oh, I can't remember her name. Does anyone here when we had our author come in for the Water Walker? She wrote the book and read the book. I know Mr. Ireland, do you remember her name? It's Joanna Johnson or no?
You know, I wonder if we have it on our email still somewhere, because
I know. I'm gonna search the web.
I know I was there, I listened, got the signed book, can't remember her name.
I was gonna share that story with you guys today, and I thought, no, it's kind of, this one was more, I thought, appropriate for you guys. But I wanted you to know, seeing from the 3 speakers I introduced you and telling you a little bit about them, one of them's a language specialist, 2 of them, one has their doctorate degree, another one is going for their master's degree, but they have their degree in anthropology and a few other things, and I thought that was neat. And then also with the author who wrote the Water Walker, she wrote that from Josephine Mandama with her passion for speaking about the water. I really wanted to share with you guys about other Anishinaabe people and just what they're doing and stuff. And also for you guys to just have goals for yourself, because you know you can be there along with them having those degrees someday as well. So with that, we have 8:59. We keep you for 1 more minute. So I'm going to type in the Water Walker and see if I can pull her up. And next week, we're still going to be getting into storytelling. Okay, so we have Joanne. So not Joanna, it is Joanne. Joanne Robertson. Okay, so that's who wrote the book. I was thinking it was a double J name, but it's not. It's Joanne Robertson. She's the one that wrote that book, and I'll probably showcase that book a little bit, and I think next week we might get into a little bit more about different storytellers and authors and also their accomplishments that they have made, just to give you guys a glimpse of that. But with that, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Ireland because it is 9 o'clock.